My child, I waited 3 days for you. I did not rush this moment. I did not speak too early. I stood outside your heart's door and softly knocked, calling your name over and over. I wanted to know if you would hear me in turn and decide that love was still important to you. You are now here. You didn't just show up by chance. You didn't just stop on this message by chance. I did not rush because I knew you would show up. Please don't turn away now and break my heart. Do not leave now that I can finally hear you clearly. Follow me. Stay put. I've been calling you in ways that you couldn't always explain. I called you when there was no one else around and your mind was heavy with thoughts. I called you when you were crying but no one else could hear. The ones that hit the ground late at night when no one is around. I called you when you felt like you were forgotten, ignored, or too small. When you didn't know if anyone really knew what you were carrying. You didn't get that pain in your chest by accident. That pulling you right now is not your mind. It's me. Next time you scroll past this or ignore this voice, you will know it. Sorry. Not out of anger or as a punishment. You will always remember this moment when you turned away from the voice that loves you more than anyone else because of everything I've done for you. After each time, I kept you safe when you didn't know you were in danger. When you were too tired to keep going, I carried you after every moment. After each time you felt too ashamed to look up at heaven, I forgive you. Do not turn away from me now. I've never told you to be perfect. I've never told you that you had to earn my love. I only want you to stay, listen, and let me talk to your heart. This message isn't for everyone. Not everyone should do it. It's for you right now. There is just the two of us right now. I didn't just stop you here by accident. Hello, my name is Jesus. I'm writing to you because your soul is at a crossroads. You felt it even if you couldn't put your finger on it. There has been a change inside you. You're not as happy with old things as you used to be. Distractions and noise make you feel like you have no energy left. You looked for things even though you said you weren't. The questions you have are clear to me. I can see the weight you're trying to hide behind your smiles and strength. That's where I stopped you because I love you too much to let you drift away without hearing my voice. Do not go. Don't turn your head away. Do not tell yourself that you will listen now. There is no promise of later. Many hearts get cold in the late afternoon. You will feel the pain of this moment later if you skip it. Being aware that someone called you, but you didn't answer. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not making you. I'm calling your name in a way that only love can. Kindly and slowly, but telling the truth. I'm calling you now. You were 3 days late. It wasn't that I was far away. I was getting your heart ready to hear me. That's how seeds rest in the ground before they sprout. I gave you a break so you could feel the hunger and know what you needed. It would let you know that this wasn't just another voice yelling for your attention. I waited for you to come because I wanted you to. Not out of fear or habit, but because I knew you would. And now you are. If I talk so quickly, you might wonder why. It's not because I'm in a hurry. It's because times like these are more important than you think. It's quiet when hearts change direction. One choice at a time, souls either get softer or rigid. So enjoy the moment. Your heart is open like it hasn't been in a long time. I get it. I can feel it. Don't shut it too quickly. Don't let something else take away from what I'm giving you. I know you're worn out. I know that your sadness has lasted longer than you had planned. I know you've prayed prayers that didn't seem to be answered and waited for signs that didn't seem to come at the right time. I know there were times when you wondered if I was still close. I didn't leave though. I stayed even after you put down the phone. I watched over you even when you had doubts. Even though you left in your heart, the door was left open. This message is not meant to scare you. This message is meant to wake you up. Love calls before it warns. When love invites, it corrects first. Love talks because it hurts more to be quiet. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to get you to close up again. Please remember what it's like to rest without fear, breathe without worry, and hope without pretending. You've been strong for a long time. When you wanted to break, you kept yourself together. It would have been easier for you to give up, but you didn't. I see that. I respect that you were never meant to carry everything by yourself, though. Strength that isn't connected leads to exhaustion. Without love, independence turns into being alone. I'm not calling you back to rules or pressure, but to a relationship. Right. Thank you, God, for saving me. If He has saved you more than once, please wait a little longer. Allow me to speak. Let me tell you who I am. You're not a bother. We haven't forgotten about you. You're still not too far away. You're not behind schedule. You are not hidden. You are my child. I held out because you are so important to me. Do not push down your heart if it is stirring right now. That shaking is life coming back to places that felt dead. That sense of awareness is your soul seeing the truth. Don't be scared of it. Don't try to explain it away. Listen, stay put. There is no need for you to know everything. You don't need really good words. You only need a willing heart. I don't want you to promise me everything. Could you please not turn away? Please let me finish what I'm saying. Please trust that this is not a random moment, because love doesn't happen by chance, and I wouldn't call your name if it wasn't important. You were 3 days late. I'm here now. Do not leave me now. Please hold on a second, my child. Do not skip this. Don't move your fingers until your heart has told you to. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. I've been waiting for this moment to talk to you. I didn't get there late. I didn't think twice. I didn't forget. I picked this exact moment in your day to get in touch with you. Every delay, interruption, and strange feeling that slowed you down on the way here was meant to happen so you could be here with me. Now, this is not an accident in any way. I've been waiting and now you're listening. I want you to fully understand this. It wasn't my fault that I was late. Things didn't happen as quickly as you had hoped. Answers took a long time and doors didn't open. And it wasn't because I wasn't there or wasn't sure. I was clear. I did it on purpose. I was watching out for something fragile and holy inside you. I was getting your heart ready to hear me without any noise, distractions, or resistance. You would not have been able to understand what I said if I had talked to you sooner. You might have brushed it off if I had broken in earlier. But now you're ready to feel how heavy this moment is. I've been calling your name for a long time. Not too loudly or too strongly, but over and over again. I called you with thoughts that popped into your head out of the blue. Thoughts that made you pause and think about why your heart was racing. There were times when I called you because I had strong emotions that I couldn't put into words. I felt like something was missing. Even though everything seemed fine at first glance, I called you. Even though you were annoyed by interruptions, plans changed at the last minute, and other things kept you from where you thought you should be. There was no waste in those moments either. What you saw were my hands gently steering you. I called you when I couldn't sleep, when you were tired, but couldn't put your mind to rest. When memories came back to me without being asked, as questions kept coming up without any answers. When you were by yourself and looked at the ceiling, not being seen, as if something were pressing on your chest. You thought it was just stress or being too tired. But I was there calling your name in a whisper to get your attention. You didn't see how close I was. I heard you even when you didn't feel like I did. I've also called you when there was silence. During days prayers were full of anger and words were heavy. During times when you tried to take your mind off of things because it was uncomfortable to sit still. We didn't mean for that pain to hurt you. It was meant to wake you up. Noise can hide things, but silence can show them. During that time of silence, I was there waiting for you to notice me again. Right now, you are not just one of many people. You're not with a group of people. You have been picked out and seen. Feel free to listen alone. Because you are the only one who can hear me right now. Your name is known to me. I know what happened. I see parts of you that other people don't. I understand the worries and hopes you don't want to share with others. You are strong, so I didn't call you. I called you because you're mine. Please feel how important this is. There I was. I didn't go anywhere else. I didn't switch you out. I didn't decide that you were too busy or too far away. I had to wait because love does. And the thought of you ignoring me now after all the calling and waiting makes my heart hurt. There is no anger or punishment. Sorrow, the kind that comes from loving deeply and being afraid of not being heard. Please help our channel. Happiness in your life and support for your faith in God are important to us. You can donate to us through Super Thanks if you want to help. Please don't get me wrong. No, I'm not weak. I'm not in a hurry. Real love, on the other hand, can hurt. It hurts when I call your name and you look away. Not because I lose control, but because we aren't as close. And what I want for you is to be close. I don't wish to talk to you. I want to be with you. Please stay. I understand how you feel right now. You want to keep listening, but you also want to scroll back and tell yourself you'll come back later. There is a reason why you are tense. Now is the time to make a choice. And these kinds of choices quietly but permanently change hearts. I'm not making you. I want to invite you. But I need you to understand how important this invitation is. You felt like people have missed you before. If you talk, you've been heard. If you love, you've been picked. If you wait, you've been met. I know that hurt you very much. Now, I want you to stop doing to me what you know hurts you. Listen today. Be present with yourself. Don't try to get away. Let yourself be picked. This moment is important because they don't come around very often. Hearts close up after a while. A lack of attention can make someone less sensitive. I'm writing to you now while your heart is still soft and your spirit can still feel. As long as you care enough to stop and think, don't make yourself tougher by acting like this is normal. It's not. Before I even said a word, you knew that. I've seen you take on responsibility that wasn't yours to begin with. I saw you stay strong when you wanted to break down. I saw you smile when your heart was tired. During all of that, I waited for the right time to help you without being too much. Now is that time. Not because everything is fine, but since you're listening, you won't forget this. If you leave now, you will remember that someone called you and you didn't answer. That memory will hurt when it comes back to you later when you're alone. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just being honest. When hearts are involved, honesty is important and love is honest. I'm not asking you to promise anything. I am not asking for devotion. I need you to be here. Pay attention, be willing, and have the courage to stay when it would be easier to leave. It's true that being distracted feels safer than being close. I know that scrolling is easier than feeling, but safety without truth is just empty space. I will wait for you because you are important to me. I will keep talking to you until you hear me because you are important to me. I'm willing to risk being ignored because you're important to me. Before I say anything else, I need you to understand that this moment is yours. That thing is ours. Do not give it away too quickly. Follow me. Please stay, my child. I need you to hear more than time when I say I waited 3 days for you. I want you to understand what the wait is all about. I didn't keep track of hours like you do. I wasn't antsy as I looked at the clock. It was with purpose that I waited, with love that knows what needs to happen below the surface before life can rise. 3 days have always been holy. It's the place where something seems to be over and something new is about to start. It's the space between loss and restoration, between silence and breath. I had to wait because you had to be ready for something before you could really hear me. You already know how to wait. There were times in your life that made you feel lost and worn out. People didn't answer your questions when you asked them. You had to wait for change that took a long time. You waited for comfort that never came. You wondered if I had forgotten about you, if I was being distant, or if I was putting other people ahead of you at that time. But I was never not there. I worked in the invisible, forming what couldn't be seen yet. It's not empty to wait. Waiting shapes us. It wasn't meant to test my patience over the course of 3 days. They were meant to check your heart. I checked to see if you would still come when I wasn't in a hurry. I waited until the call. Wasn't exciting to see if you would still listen. I watched to see if you still cared even though you wanted quick comfort more than the quiet truth. Love that lasts is shown when you wait, not when you get something right away. And you came even though you were tired, unsure, and hesitant. It's more important than you think that you came. Some things just can't be rushed without getting broken. There are times when coming too early takes away from their power. I didn't want to talk to you when your heart was ready to beat fast but closed because of something else. I wanted to talk to you when you weren't as angry. When you were truly hungry and when you asked honest questions. The weight took away what wasn't needed so that you could hear me clearly. You might feel a little guilty when you hear this. You might think, I almost didn't come. I almost didn't notice this. Don't run away from how you feel. In no way does it condemn. It is being aware. Being aware is the key to getting close. While I waited, I let you choose me on your own. Not because you were scared. Not because it was a habit, but because you could still hear my voice. 3 days is the time when hope is put to the test. In that place, doubt asks the loudest questions. That's where the quiet feels heavy. That's where love shows if it will stay or go. I've seen you go through many 3-day seasons. There were times when you believed something was over. Times when the pain lasted longer than expected. There were times when nothing moved. You thought those seasons meant being left behind. They didn't. They meant getting ready. I didn't rush you because it would have hurt you. I waited because giving you an answer too soon would have made you sound shallow. It took me longer to wait because I care more about your heart than your comfort. I also know that it's hard to accept the truth when you're tired. I know how easy it is to think that delay means not caring. But I don't wait out of habit. I wait because I love you. I wasn't sure if you would still come, but I wanted to find out if you still want to listen without anything being promised. If you were still going to stay when all I offered was being there instead of proof, and now you are. It tells me something about how you feel. That tells me you're not numb. It tells me you're not done yet. It tells me that love is still growing in you. Say, thank you, Lord, for your endless love. If being with Him makes you feel very good, I had to wait because love does. Love doesn't try to get in. Love knocks on the door and stands there. Even if the door stays shut longer than planned, love comes with the risk of being turned down. Love can make people quiet. People who love risk being misunderstood. And yes, my child, love can break your heart. When I tell you I waited, I'm being open and honest. I want you to know that I really care if you answer. I want you to know that your answer matters to me. You've been taught that strength doesn't wait, that importance needs to be done right away, and that value shows itself through speed. But I don't act based on urgency in the way that most people do. Not clocks, but hearts make me feel rushed. Because I wanted your yes to come from a place of depth and not a whim, I waited. Think about times when you had to wait and how that changed you. When waiting made you think, when being quiet showed you what you really wanted, and when longing made what you were asking for better. It wasn't empty during those times. They were holy. They showed you a new way to listen. They made places softer that had become hard from disappointment. They got you ready for the next part. I waited 3 days because the resurrection needs to happen first. Before it could rise, something had to lie down. Before it could breathe again, something had to be still. You have been holding on to parts of yourself that needed to be let go of. They didn't need to be destroyed, but changed. The weight gave those parts time to settle down. The weight made room for life to come back where there wasn't much hope. I know that part of you feels sad when you think about how well you could have missed this. That sadness isn't meant to make you feel bad about yourself. It's meant to help you remember how important this is. You're not paying attention. You are a person, and people grow when they understand the weight of their choices. It took me a while to see if you still cared. You do. No matter how you feel or what questions you have, you are still here. It shows me that you still love me. It shows me that your heart is still open to what's to come. I had to wait because I wanted to meet you honestly, not in a rush or a noisy place, but here where you are present, aware, and willing to feel. There was a wait because I love you. Not in theory, not from afar, but in real life, on purpose and with patience. Wait to understand this before moving on. Take a break. Let it make you weak. It should help you remember that waiting doesn't mean you forget. Lack of noise does not mean absence. It's not rejection to be late. I wait because I want real things with you, and real things are worth the wait. Know this now that you're here and listening. The wait was worth it. It led to this point. This moment is important. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COEF community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. My child, before you decide what to do next or tell yourself that this is all too much, too emotional, or too serious, I need you to remember. Not in a vague or faraway way. I want you to remember what I changed for the better. Not to blame you or make you feel bad, but so your heart doesn't forget the love that got you this far. I don't say this out of anger after all I've done for you, but with a quiet ache. I say it the way love does when it's done everything and just wants to be seen. So I say it because forgetting doesn't get rid of love, but it does make the connection weaker. And I don't want us to be far apart. I've known you since before you learned how to keep yourself safe. I was there for times you don't remember much. Times when danger was close enough to touch you, but not quite enough to get you. There were times when you shouldn't have made it. There were times when a small change could have made everything different. But I stepped in. I changed it. I was late. I put up a shield. You said it was luck. You said it was a coincidence. I did it, though. I looked out for you when you went into places you shouldn't have been. You put your trust in the wrong people. And I stood by you. I watched over your life when you made careless decisions. When your heart was innocent, and when you didn't know much. I didn't move back because you were careless. I moved toward you because you were mine. There were times when you felt so hopeless that you didn't think you could ever breathe normally again. Sometimes your thoughts got heavy and the darkness felt louder than the hope when you didn't think you were worth much. That much weight should have killed you. That wasn't true, though, because I held you when you couldn't hold yourself. You thought you were too bad to be forgiven, but I did. You thought I would leave, but I stayed. You thought your mistakes made you unfit to run. You thought that your shame made me want to stay away from you. I don't love like people do, though. I don't pull away because I failed. I move toward you. I won't leave you when you fall. I put my hand down. More than once I saw you leave me in your heart. I saw you not listen to me. I saw you pick noise, light, and comfort over truth and silence. Also, I stayed true. Even then, I still loved you. Even after you stopped listening, I didn't turn away because you did. There I was. I heard prayers that you don't even remember saying. Screams you hid in your throat out of desperation, thinking you would never be heard. I got people out of your way who were going to hurt you. I turned down chances that looked good but would have made you weaker. When doors shut, it made you mad. You thought I wasn't telling you, but I was covering you. Some nights you slept well because I watched over you while you slept. There were times when you woke up with strength that you didn't have because I gave you strength while you slept. Some tears fell on pillows when no one else was around. And I was there fully present and paying close attention to every word that wasn't said. You will never fully understand how I saved you from accidents that almost took place because of talks that might have made your life worse. There were times when you might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Getting by is something you think of as passive, but survival is often due to help that can't be seen. Because of everything I've done for you. I say it again slowly because love does that when it doesn't want to be forgotten. I slowly fixed some of your wounds so you wouldn't break. I slowly built up your strength so you wouldn't get cocky. I let the pain teach you without letting it kill you. I stayed true to you even when you didn't believe me. There were times when you didn't believe I was good or cared about you. I didn't punish you for asking questions. I got what they meant. I wasn't scared off by doubt. I didn't mind the silence. It took some time for you to be ready to listen again. You have relied on me more than you know. There were times when you thought you were by yourself. You didn't know it, but you were relying on my strength. You were not the only one who gave you courage when you felt like you had nothing to offer. You did not make yourself strong when everything felt heavy. I was taking care of you. At times, you felt like no one saw you, didn't choose you, or forgot about you. People let you down. Promises were not kept. Expectations fell apart. Still, you didn't go away. You didn't really lose yourself. Something inside you held on. That something was my presence keeping you steady when everything else felt unstable. I'm sorry I took so long to answer. Be patient when it took you longer than other people. Be patient when you kept going back to the same lessons. Kind fear made you move slowly. I didn't rush you because I care more about how you grow than how quickly you get here. I gave you chances that by any reasonable measure you did not deserve. I fixed something that you thought was broken for good. I brought peace back to places that were in a bad way. After being let down, I taught you how to hope again. Taught you to not expect much. Hear the kindness in my voice when I say it after everything I've done for you. This list is not meant to trick you. The message is meant to bring you back to earth. Love remembers and asks for remembering so that connection can grow. I was loyal even when people didn't care about me. Even when no one said my name or said it in a casual way. When you took me away and gave someone else comfort. I stayed because my love doesn't change with the seasons. It has nothing to do with how consistent you are. It comes from who I am. There were times when you didn't think you deserved to be loved. At times, you made me feel like a burden. I never saw you that way, though. I saw someone who was hurt, learning, growing, and having a hard time believing they were important. I love you through everything. You are here now. Because my love for you endured your absence. Because I was patient longer than you were avoiding me. Because my love didn't give up when you weren't sure. Even though I've done a lot for you, I'm still here talking and inviting you. I don't want you to pay me back. Love can't be paid back. I want you to acknowledge me. To know that you've not been by yourself. To know that your story is filled with grace you didn't deserve and safety you didn't see. Let your gratitude rise as clarity, not as stress. It's better for conviction to stay as awareness than as guilt. Allow emotional dependence to return. This is not because you are weak, but because you were never meant to be without love. Because of everything I've done for you, I've still picked you, called you, and I'm still waiting for you to stay. Pay close attention, my child, because what I'm about to say comes from a place of love that goes deep. Not rage or sadness, but pain in the heart. There is a pain that can only be felt when love tries to reach out but is met with silence. I feel that pain when I call you and you hang up. As I talk, you scroll by. When I get close and you pick to stay away, this is important for you to understand. Not so you feel broken, but so you know how much you are loved. It doesn't make me mad when you ignore me. It hurts my body. It hurts more to be silent than to be rejected. At least rejection acknowledges that you are there. Love was never there when there is silence. And love, my child, knows that you are not there. Love knows when its call is not heard. Picture calling someone you care about with all your heart, not just once, but many times. You don't yell. You do not blame. You only hope. You wait for their voice to come through. You wait for a response of any size, but the line stays silent. No answer, no movement, nothing to show that your call was important. That silence is stronger than any refusal that is spoken. That's how it feels when I call you, but you don't answer. Your weakness doesn't bother me. Not being clear doesn't bother me. I'm not mad when you have trouble. It hurts my heart when you act like I'm not calling at all. When you tell yourself that this moment doesn't matter. When you pick something else to do over connecting. You tell yourself you'll get back to it later. In those times, love doesn't stop loving. But it can tell how far away it is. You have felt something like this before. So, I want you to know this. You've tried to get in touch with people who were important to you and never heard back. You've sent messages full of hope and seen the screen stay blank. You've called out in your own way and felt like no one heard you. That pain changed you. It taught you that being quiet can hurt more than saying mean things. I know that pain because I've been through it myself. When you scroll past me or don't listen to me, it's not because I lose power or control. This is because closeness is broken. Relationship takes a break. Love is waiting for you when it's quiet. Even though I lose touch with you, I still love you. I just miss the connection we could have had. Please don't get me wrong. I'm strong. I'm steady. I'm not weak in the way that people are weak. But love, real love, never stays the same. Love is ready to feel. Love shows up even though it knows it can be ignored. I still choose to love you. I don't tell you this to burden you. I want you to understand. I want you to feel how holy this connection is. I want you to know how important your attention is. It's important that you listen and be present. That's not because I want it, but because love grows where presence stays. When you think about leaving, you feel a pull inside. That feeling isn't fear of getting in trouble. It's being aware of loss. It's your heart telling you that something important is happening that you might miss. Being wrong doesn't cause regret on its own. Regret comes from times when love tried to reach out but was turned down. I've never turned away from you and been quiet. I stayed close to you even when you were far away. When you stopped talking, I still heard you. I kept an eye on you even when you were hiding. That's why being quiet hurts. Love has already given so much. I don't think your silence is the same as betrayal. It reminds me of absence, distance, and the way voices fade away over time when they are not heard for too long. This is my turn to speak because I don't want that to fade between us. I want to be close. I want to be there. I want you to be here with an open heart as well as your body. Say, "The Lord is my safe place." If He has given you safety, share this video too. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.